Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and today we have the subject of purification for you. Now, what in the world is purification and why is it important? Well, we are about to celebrate, in 1 month, we are about to celebrate the Festival of the Maiden. And the Festival of the Maiden celebrates the maiden or virgin aspect of Goddess. And way deep down in Goddess's core, she's still the maiden. She's still the virgin. And way deep down in her core, she's still a little girl. So we want to celebrate that aspect of her. We want to celebrate that aspect of her as little girl. And the Festival of the Maiden does that. The Festival of the Maiden is a holiday that celebrates and recognizes the maiden aspect of Goddess. And so we celebrate this every spring. Every spring we celebrate the maiden because spring is when the new buds open and the new flowers and leaves burst on the trees. And the new baby squirrels and baby birds are born. So it's a time for babies, the spring, and there's little lambs and all sorts of babies and fresh buds opening. So it's all brand new in the spring. So that is when, the spring is when we celebrate the maiden aspect of Goddess. And this year is very special. This year, we've taken Wednesday as our holy day. So the spring equinox, the vernal equinox, falls on a Wednesday. And it falls on the same day as the full moon in March. So this year, the full moon falls on the same day as the vernal equinox falls on a Wednesday. So it's all at once. It's all at once this year. And that's very special. It has special holy significance for us. So we want to honor the maiden, especially in this year. We want to honor her and celebrate her especially much. And so I invite those of you who are believers in Goddess to celebrate the maiden aspect of Goddess with me this year. And to prepare ourselves, in order to prepare ourselves for the Festival of the Maiden, we go through purification. Now, what is purification and why is it important? Well, basically, if you want to know what the purification does, it rinses out your intestinal tract and leaves you with a nice empty gut so that your body can rid itself of all of its toxins that it has stored in the liver and in the kidneys and the various organs. Toxins get stored, and the toxins are all disposed of during purification. So why do we do this with our bodies? Well, it's to prepare ourselves for the Festival of the Maiden. So we're like brand new again. We're young again. And brand new and fresh for the Festival of the Maiden. And we do this every year. We prepare ourselves with purification for the Festival of the Maiden. Now you're wondering, what kind of a diet can I eat? What can I eat that is going to purify my gut? Well, during the day we avoid grains. Because grains slow down the digestion in your gut. Let's face it, when you eat grains, it makes you heavy and slow because the grains latch on. They latch on. They're like paste, sort of like, paste like you used to use as a child. That kind of paste, kind of thick and gooey, and that's what grains are like. And they hold toxins in your gut. Well, when you cut grains out of your diet, even partially, it helps things to flow much better. It helps to purify your gut more. And so we avoid eating grains during the day. At night we can have grains, but during the day we don't eat grains. So what else do we cut out of our diet? Well, we cut out all animal foods because animal foods putrefy in the gut. That's just what animal foods do. They putrefy in your gut. So we cut out all animal foods, even honey. So we cut out meats, like cold cuts and steaks and hamburger and all of that. None of that. No poultry, no fish, no seafood, no eggs, no dairy. So those are all and no honey. So those are all the animal foods. We cut out all animal foods and follow a vegan diet. Even those of us who are normally meat eaters will follow a vegan diet during purification in order to purify their guts for the festival of the Maiden. And what else? This purifies our guts, but it also purifies our souls because the body is the temple of the soul. Okay? It's the temple of the soul. And so during purification, you purify not only your body, but also your mind and your soul as well. So we're going through purification, and we try to keep bad thoughts out of our heads. We try to purify our minds, keep bad thoughts at bay. And if you have a bad thought, just acknowledge it and let it pass. Don't latch on to it. Don't focus on it. Don't worry about it. Just let it pass and try to keep the bad thoughts out of your head. And try to keep your mind pure. So one way to do this is meditation. And just like the Buddha taught, and during meditation, when you meditate, you let thoughts come and go like water, waves on the water. You let them come and go. You don't try to stop them. You don't try to put up a wall because that just makes the waves higher. See, you let them come and go without latching on to them, and eventually they pass. So we want to have minds that are smooth and clear like a lake of water that's completely still before you throw a rock in it. Something that's completely still. So practice meditation every day. Practice your meditation. 1 hour is fine. If you can't manage an hour, fit in 15 minutes to a half an hour of meditation. Not too much. And follow the purification diet. During the day, from sunrise to sunset, during the day, don't eat any grains. Any grains at all, not even corn on the cob, because corn is a grain. And so cut out grains during the day, and at night you can have grains. After the sun sets, you may eat grains. And we generally wait 15 minutes after sunset to eat. And what else do we eat? Well, we do have special foods that we eat during purification. During the day, we eat soups and smoothies. And this helps to cleanse the gut. This helps to flush toxins out of the gut when you eat soups and smoothies. And what can you put in a smoothie? You can put in bananas, you can put in berries, you can put in peaches. You can put in all kinds of fruit into a smoothie. You can even put kale into a smoothie. You can put almond milk or soy milk into a smoothie. You can put tofu in a smoothie if you really want to make it really extra creamy. But no dairy, no milk. No milk, no dairy in your smoothie. So this is the diet we follow. And during the day you can also have beans. You can have beans and you can have pulses, and you can have lentils, but no grains. And I know that in some cultures they confuse beans and lentils they confuse them with grains, but they're two separate types of foods. So just remember, grains are things like wheat, barley, corn, oats. Those are things that you don't want to eat during the day because you're trying to purify your gut, and those things will turn into paste in your gut. So during the day, avoid soups with pasta shapes in them, pasta of any kind, and soups with corn in them. And so that usually eliminates vegetable soup. So if you can't have vegetable soup, what can you have? Well, you can have soup with potatoes as long as there's no cream in it. I recommend buying cans of lentil soup, or making your own soup. You can make your own chili out of beans and tomatoes, and that's fine for your purification diet during the day. You want to avoid stuff that's too acidic, so apple juice instead of orange juice, that sort of thing. And tomatoes you want to keep to a minimum. You can still have tomatoes. You can still have tomatoes during your purification diet. Just keep them to a minimum. Don't overindulge in tomatoes, because you know how you get little balls on the inside of your mouth when you eat tomatoes? Well, it's because of the acidity of the tomatoes. The tomatoes cause sort of like an allergic reaction in your mouth, and that can happen in your gut too. So keep tomatoes to a minimum. Lentil soup is fine. Smoothies are great. You can have kale in your smoothie for some extra fiber and some extra vitamins. It's got vitamin K. You can find vitamin K in kale. And so, and also calcium, some extra calcium for you. So that's it. Purification starts in 1 week. 1 week. So you want to stock up on vegan foods for the whole duration of the fast. And the way we call it a fast, but we're not really fasting because we're allowed to have soups and smoothies. So it's not really fasting, but it's sort of like a fast. So stock up on foods that are vegan for your dinner, and then stock up on lentil soup and beans and things like that for making chili for the day, during the day. And tomatoes are fine as long as you have a small amount of tomatoes. Tomatoes are okay. That's it. Just start stocking up now, because it starts in a week and you want to have your pantry stocked. Get rid of any meat, because if you're a meat eater, you can put it in the freezer, I suppose. But get rid of any dairy products, because dairy products won't keep in a freezer, and you want to get rid of any dairy products. Get rid of sour cream, get rid of milk, get rid of cream, get rid of butter, get rid of I don't know what else is in the dairy. Cottage cheese. Get rid of cottage cheese and all different types of cheeses. Just get rid of that stuff for now. You can have it again after purification is over, but for now, just get rid of it. And I hope you do well on your purification diets. I wish you luck, and I'll talk some more about the Festival of the Maiden in my next video. That won't be too long. It'll be a week from now, and I'll see you next time.